like if you want to get people's Christmas gifts on here during the sale and things like that, it's the perfect opportunity. And at least to the US, they do free shipping over like $35, I think, or $40, something like that. So yeah, I got a good amount of books. Let me show you guys. Yeah, so I'm excited to dive right in. I don't think I've read any of them. Sometimes I buy books that like I read on my Kindle and I really liked, and want the physical version of, but I don't think I've read any of these, so let's just jump in. The first one I got is a pretty new release. I feel like this came out this year, but it is Julie Chan is Dead by Leanne Zhang. As you can see, it was $21.74, but got it for $5.99. Also, all of the books I got are in like perfect condition. Sometimes with Book Outlet, I feel like it's a hit or miss. I've got some like really beat up ones. They're all like new books, but sometimes they're very beat up for whatever reason. But yeah, Julie Chan I've been hearing really good things about this one. It is about like two twins who were separated at birth, and one is like this really popular social media influencer with like millions of followers, and the other one I think is kind of not very well off, and I believe, yeah, the one twin, the influencer dies, and then the other twin kind of takes over her life. And yeah, I'm excited to read it. I feel like it's going to be a page turner. Okay, let me make some room on my desk here. Oh, also, this is over here on my desk. I wanted to show you guys this real quick because I think it'd make another really cute gift. I saw this book journal at TJ Maxx for $5.99, and obviously these kind of book journals have always been around, but I was never really interested. But I don't know, I thought the cover was really cute, and he writes a lot about like gay men, like autofiction. A lot of it is autofiction, like based on his own life. And they're usually quite sad. But I love a sad book, so yeah, I have no idea what this one's about. I just saw the author's name and grabbed says it's a page-turning story of sex, power, and money. So, really, really intrigued by it. The New York Times said that this book reminded them of The Great Gatsby, The Talented Mr. Ripley, and The Graduate. So that is a very interesting mix. Okay, then I got, again, a lot of the time on Book Outlet, I just am like browsing randomly, and then I'll see an author that I've read from before, and then I'll just pick up the book. So this one's called Counter Attacks at 30 by Won Byung-sun. This is another Korean translated novel, but he is the author of Almond, which I read a couple years back and enjoyed. Yeah, I didn't know about this one. This one. It seems like it is just about like an ordinary office worker woman. And she kind of forms a trio in the office to carry out plans for minor revenge. They commit like tiny protests against those in more powerful positions, like throwing eggs and writing anonymous exposés. But through that, they discover friendship and unity against adversity. So I think it'll be pretty funny and like relatable. So we will see about that one. Okay, 3 more books left, guys. So I picked up 2 books by Jess Kidd. So I feel like both of these are pretty well known, but I've never like read them or were interested in them. But earlier this year I read Murder at Gull's Nest by Jess Kidd, which is her newest book that, like I said, came out earlier this year, and I really, really loved that book. It was like a 5 out of 5 stars for me, and it's supposedly like the first in her, like a new mystery series. I really liked the way she wrote, loved the characters, so I saw these and I was like, you know what, of the two, like this one is really calling to me. Whoa. There's a little $10 off coupon in here. Nice. I'll save that. Okay, and then the last book I got, this has been really popular as of late, and that is Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall. Another book that I've really only been hearing good things about. I guess it was a Reese Witherspoon book club pick. I don't even know what it's about. I just see it everywhere. Let's see. Ooh, okay. This seems right up my alley. It says, it's a sweeping love story with the pace and twists of a thriller, a novel of simmering passion, impossible choices, and explosive consequences that toggles between the past and present to explore the far-reaching legacy of first love. So, judging from all the authors that have blurbed it, Miranda Cowley Heller, who's the author of the Paper Palace, it's really giving me like Paper Palace vibes from the premise. Chris Whitaker, who's the author of All the Colors of the Dark, which is one of my top books of last year. Mary Beth Keane, who is the author of Ask Again Yes, which again, very, very similar vibes to this premise. Delia Owens, author of Where the Cry